Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Kairetu Gashosho. Thank you for deciding to watch my videos. I don't take it for granted. Thank you for taking your time. Please share, comment, put your thumbs up if you like it. Thank you guys for being here. Today, I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to be happy with you together. You know, it's not every time I come here and tell you blah, blah, blah. I'm here to celebrate with you my success, a milestone that I worked hard for it, you know. But before I start, I want to do some advertisement. If you like this kind of jewelry, please, I sell them. Inbox me on Instagram or on Facebook at Kairetu Gashosho. I have so many beautiful pieces, and you know, the weather is good now. At least we can show up what we have, you know, our beautiful pieces. Anyway, guys, let me start this by saying I'm so glad that I made it. For the last 6 months, I was undergoing a practical training or a training. If you like it in German, Weiterbildung. I was doing Weiterbildung to practice Anleiterin, and I thank God I have made it. I just got my certificate. It came 2 days ago, and I thought I'll show you. This is the certificate. Here you can see practice Anleiterin. I thank God for it. I thank God for the far He has brought me, and I don't take it for granted. Yeah, behind is also showing how many hours I attended. Yeah, I attended 300 hours since last year on August. So guys, you can make it. Where do I start? I want to cut, this story is a big story, but I want to cut it short. I don't want to take much of your time, but it's also important for you to understand how I came about this. You know, I didn't finish school so long ago. I finished school 2 years ago on 2020 March, and I started working on 2020 April, and then it was not an easy start. It was very difficult because I started up when the COVID thing was on top, and I also changed hospitals. You know, where I did my diploma is not where I started to work, and I was working on a whole different environment. I didn't know anyone. It was not easy for me. I think if I remember, I think after the first week I was like, maybe I should go back to where I did my diploma, because I faced so many challenges. You know, I work with some people who didn't want to work with newbies. They didn't want to work with someone who has no work experience. I worked with people, if I asked them something, they would like, I thought you are a nurse, you don't know that, you don't know how to do that. And this broke my heart. But on the other side, there were also some nice people or nice nurses who I would ask, they would answer me, who would encourage me, who would talk with me. And this is a kind of person I aspire to be. I was like, I want, when when I can be able to you know, when you start, let me start by saying this: when you're done with school, you are very fresh. You know, you're just fresh from school, and so many things maybe you learn them on the school, but you never practice them. And here you are in the practical. People expect you to take the responsibility of each and everything you do. And if you are a quiet person, it's also more difficult. If you can't talk, it's even more difficult. But for me, I used to talk, I used to ask questions. Where I was uncomfortable, I could say, but still I could not have made it if I didn't have people who talked with me, people who encouraged me. And I was having one of this conversation. This was 3 months after I started. I had this conversation with one of the nurses. She was like, I asked her, how come you are so experienced, you know, you have so many, you are very good, you are like a doctor. Because everything I asked her, she knows. She could explain to me so many things. If I had a question, she knew the background of things. She didn't just answer like la 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 la. She knew the background of things, you know. And she told me, you know, when I was young, or when I started my career, I did so many training. Every opportunity I got, I did the training, and through this training I got to know many things. And also the work experience. She have worked there in this field for almost over 15 years or 20 years. And she encouraged me. She told me, now you are fresh, you are still young, you have the opportunity. If you get a chance to train, go ahead and do the training. Because if you stay too much on this work, sometimes most of the people get comfortable. You know, you are working, you have the routine, you don't want to change anything. You are afraid of new things, you know. You get comfortable. If you hear there is a certain training, you're like, nee, for verse 10, for what is this training? You just want to be where you are. You know your position. You know when you come, you do this and that, and it's over, you go back at home. And I'm not that kind of person, you know. I started my career very late, and now I want to make sure that I have built my career as quick as possible. God help me. And I was thinking to myself, now I'm 30 years. I want to, by the time maybe I'm 40, to have at least be at a position where I'll be like, wow, this is where I want to be. I thank God for the step I have taken so far. I'm so happy about them. And I urge you, those people, there are so many people who want to go higher on their career, but they don't know how. Please find a way out. I'm also still on the journey of finding my way out, because I don't want to work in the same position for 20 or 30 years. I have some of my colleagues who have worked at this certain hospital for 30 years or 35 years at the same position. No change, no nothing. And they're happy. I'm so happy for them. But for me, I am kind of person, I want to, you know, I want to changes. I want to lift up myself. I don't want to remain in the same position. So I talked with her and I told her maybe one day I would like to be a practice anatomy, because I love teaching. I love showing people things. I'm very patient. I'm very approachable, and and also so many people don't love teaching. They don't like working with students or with new people. But for me, I don't have a problem with that. I'm ready to teach, because through teaching you also get to learn so many things. So yeah, we talked, and I forgot, she told our matron, Station Leitung, she told her about this. You know, Penina would like one day to do Weiterbildung in Praxis and Leitung. She was like, why not? Why not? She can go ahead and do it. By the way, even we need someone who want to do it, and no one in this station or in that ward want to do that, because either maybe they don't want to work. Most of the people, they don't want to work with the student. And for me, I was fresh. I want to do that, and I also want to get experience, because each and every time you learn, you go on a certain training, I'm very sure you learn something that you didn't know before. And yeah, then we had one practice night on our station, and unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, he resigned, and we had none. And we have a new gazette which says if a station doesn't have a practice anleitung, they won't send a student there. And it will be very unfortunate if students don't come to our ward, because in our ward you can see and learn so many things. It's wow, you can see and learn so many things. So if students don't come there, they will be missing. And also for the station, they will be missing on workers, you know, because students are also workers. If they come there, they learn, but also they work. So they started pressuring me, oh, apply for this thing. I tried to look for information, and most of the school I was looking at, they needed someone with 2 years working experience. I didn't even have a year working experience. So 2020, almost, yeah, 2020. Yeah, towards the end of 2020, I started inquiring more and more, and I got the information. I got to know the school I did my diploma, that one can do this Vitabilung even with 1 year working experience. And I had very good relationship with this school because I was a good student. I wrote one of the teachers and she gave me all the information, how much the course is starting, when the course is starting. But unfortunately, it was too late for the next course, which was starting. So I said, I'll apply for the next one. So I started getting information on how to apply this. Each and everything I had to do it for myself. No one will come and feed you with information. You have to ask people. People don't want to be asked. People are busy. So sometimes you have to Google. You have to be on people's head, because sometimes they don't want to give information. They are tired, and I understand. So, but I didn't give up. And then on 2021, at the start of 2021, I was like, you know, with the new year, new resolution, you're like, no, I'm now going to apply for this thing. So I started, before you apply for this, for any school, for this Vitabilung, you have to have a certificate or a document, approval document from your Albert Geber or from your boss, showing that they will pay for you. They are able and they are willing to pay for you, because the Vitabilung, it costs a lot of money. So you have to commit yourself to this. I think the whole amount is almost 5,000 euro. I'm not sure. I have to calculate. They send me a letter, but I don't have it now. I have to check for it. It's around 5,000 euro. So they have to say, yeah, they'll pay for you, you know. And then this document, I printed it out, filled it out, and sent it to my boss for him to approve. And then something happened. All of a sudden, there was a lot of pressure on hospitals. They have to have the praxis anleiter. So the hospital decided they are going to work in Heroes. Before it was Malteser, but we were bought by Heroes. And Heroes have a lot of, it's a big company. And for them to just say they'll start a course, it's easy because they have so many hospitals. So they can take people from different hospitals and combine them and train them. So there was this opportunity, and I thank God for it, because the school was not so far away from here. It's like 12 kilometers, and the other school I wanted to apply for, where I used to go to school, is 40 kilometers away. That's a big difference, and on time, and to save time and money. So I was happy. I applied again for this new opportunity. Everything got approved. They even said, before they said, yeah, we need someone with 2 years of working experience. But I talked with them and they said they will do Ausnahme. I was so happy, because they said by the time I'm finishing this Vitabilung, I will be already almost 2 years I would be already almost 2 years to working experience. You know what I'm saying? I hope I just made sense. So I started school on August. It was not easy sitting down for 8 hours when you're not used to sitting down. Yeah, I was very hopeful and if I decide to do something, I work hard on it. So I worked hard. I went through the training. We did so many exams, some of them online, some of them on presence Unterricht, and we had to write so many Facharbeit. There was a lot of training. This meant that each and every month I had to, 1 week was school. That it was very intensive. Normally this Vitabilung course, they just give you 1 or 2 days free from school every month, and then you go to school. But this one was very intensive. So every month, 1 week, we are at school. So we were able to finish within 6 months. So I did everything. I worked hard, and I believe through hard work you can make it. If you decide to do something, you can make it, no matter how, you know. When I started this, you know, starting something new when you are old is not easy. When you're 30, it's not like I'm 50, but when you are old, it's not easy to start new things, because you are like, you know, I don't know people, how the new situation, but anyway, there will always be new situation. If you want to go up or if you want to change, there is always a new situation, you know. If you want to start working somewhere new, or if you want a promotion, it's something new you have to learn. Unless you want to remain in the same position, then you are on your comfort zone. But if you want to go or do something extra, it's always something new. And yeah, I faced the situation. I worked hard, you know. I had to work on my presentation, because when I was growing up, we didn't have any presentation at school. No, we didn't have any presentation. So, and this Vita building, it's so much on communication skill. And you know, I'm coming here with my German is not perfect, so going to school and trying to communicate in German and trying to present or trying to write Facharbeit in German, it's not easy. But I told myself, if I made it I made my exam, if I passed my diploma, why shouldn't I pass this Vita building? And I worked hard. I never missed school. I think I missed only one time, but all the other time I was there. I never missed school. I was hardworking. I had so many sleepless nights when I was writing my Facharbeit. I had DLO when I was almost presenting my Facharbeit, you know. And but at the end of it, I thank God I made it. And all other, I think 2 people stopped on the way. Because of, I don't know what happened, they stopped on the way. But all those other that we started with them, we have made it together. I had workmate. At least we came from the same hospital. Others came from different hospital. At least we used to encourage each other. We used, when I didn't understand, I could write him, or when he didn't understand, he could write me, and we helped each other. So it was very, very intensive. But also, even I didn't even have time, you know, when you're sometimes you're at school, you're working hard for something, you don't have time for private things. Even I didn't have time for shooting video. But at the end of it, I got my certificate like 2 days ago. Here it goes. I thank God for it. Again, I'll show you. Officially Praxisanleiterin für Gesundheit, Praxisanleiterin für Mitarbeiter in der Gesundheit und Krankenpflege. So if you want to do something, if you want to do Weiterbildung, if you want application on how to apply for this training, if you want help, any kind of help you want, encouragement. If you're in school, maybe you have a question on a certain area, please feel free to write me. I'm already coaching 2 Kenyans who are doing also Ausbildung in Gesundheit und Krankenpflege, but nowadays it's called I don't know, irgendwas mit. I'm supposed to know this. I'm supposed to know this. You know, I'm training them. I told them each and every time they have questions, they should feel free to ask me. We are here to encourage each other. And each and every time a woman of color is stepping up on their career, there is always positive vibes, you know. So guys, let us step on this career. Let us improve ourselves. Let us take this training, no matter how our language is, no matter where we come from, no matter how small the step is, the baby step. Even if it's just, you know, even if it's just 1 step upward, is a step. It's better than 1 step downwards. Each and every step count. So guys, let me finish here, because I can talk for hours. I can encourage you for hours. I thank God for you guys. If you are in Gesundheit und Krankenpflege and maybe you have done certain training, I know some Kenyan who work in OP as OP Schwester. They are operate. What is it called in English? They work in OP. All others work in intensive, others work in palliative. If you are one of those nurses and you have done your training, please get in touch with me so that we can maybe talk and tell us how you went about it. How was your training? What did you need? What did you require? How was it? Comment, subscribe. Be happy. Have a nice week ahead. drink a lot of water. Bye bye. For now, I have to remove my cutex. I had 4 days free and I did some painting. I have to remove it and go to work. Bye bye.